Yeah.
just to your point, Ben, and I just wrote about this 2 weeks ago, and I'm not plugging myself. There's one thing having a great strategy. I know your firm does. I know Anna Ray does a lot of that kind of stuff. But, execution matters as much, if not more, in cannabis right now than I think strategy does. There's a lot of great companies that have similar strategies and doing similar things. You see that in the United States, especially in certain markets. But what I think is separating the winners or the high performers from the pack is their ability to execute. And that means getting stuff done on time, on budget, hitting those market windows, making fewer errors, and doing the right things right, as the late Stephen Covey would say. So to me, execution is so critical right now. And the good ones are doing it great, and the also rans, not as well.
Diving into execution a little more, I think it's interesting because there's a lot of companies that have had bad performance up to now, and there are sometimes outsiders, or sometimes it's the existing team that are trying to turn it around and steer the ship the right way. And if you are a leader who is tasked with trying to improve execution, what advice would you give people, or how would you think about getting started? Where do you start?
Oh boy, that's a big question. Like a lot of things in business and a lot of things in life, the right answer is multifactorial and dependent on the organization, their culture, their strategy, and the people there. In terms of general truisms, what I like to say to clients when I'm talking to them is a couple things. One, strategically focus. Don't try and be all things to all people in every market. That seems obvious, but in cannabis, that's not so obvious, particularly for an industry, and we talked about hemp earlier, that likes to chase growth or chase the next sexy category that's being launched. So one thing, Anna Ray, is for these firms is pick a few lanes, probably no more than three, and really double down on them, number one. Number two is what we've been seeing in cannabis for the last couple of years, and what was an Achilles heel from the very beginning. And I won't say it for the United States because I wasn't necessarily there at the time, but I was in Canada. We didn't bring in all the best talent. That's a euphemism and means a lot of things to a lot of people. But I would say there was a lot of people in marketing who didn't know how to build brands, yet they were given $1 million budgets. Salespeople who didn't know how to sell according to professional competencies, that kind of stuff. So we brought in a lot of people. We trained them up. They became battle hardened. Many of them were laid off or they left the industry. And now we're faced with a situation where we tend to underpay people. We underappreciate them. We overload them with work. So it's hard to execute through a demoralized, underpaid, very cynical workforce now. So we're just, as an industry, and now I'm judging, okay, we just treat our people, our teammates like shit, pardon my language. And that's not true of every company, but it's true of a lot of companies. And if anyone wants to disagree with me, show me a very healthy corporate culture in a mid-sized to large-sized cannabis company. I've yet to see one.